ESP is a skill where I can read things blindfolded, and even there are many such skills in ESP which I have not learned as of now. But there are possibilities like if there is a huge tree standing in front of us, we can just look at it and break it. I'm a big fan of Elon Musk. He has developed this Neuralink chip in which they implant that chip into your brain, and then with that you don't need any device. You have every information in your brain itself through that AI chip. And my goal is clear, because since I was young, I'm very fascinated about this word scientist. It has always attracted me. That's why I even did a diploma in data science. And I basically want to become a scientist in future.
Hello and welcome to the 7th edition of the Dhanam BFSI Summit and Award Night. So this summit is very special because we've got a special guest. He's a child prodigy. And that's why we thought that it would be great to have a one-on-one conversation with him, which went far beyond just what the summit has to offer. So here I am with Dr. Swayam Sodha. Dr. Swayam Sodha, welcome.
Hello, thanks for inviting me here. It's my pleasure to be here.
You know, can I call you Swayam or do I have to call you Dr. Swayam?
No, Swayam is fine.
Swayam is fine?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you the first question, which is just playing on my mind ever since I watched your first interview on YouTube. Tell me, when did this entire fascination with computers start?
Fascination with computer, it's something that I have since I was 1 to 4 years old, because as per my knowledge, as per what I remember, that when I was 4 years old, I was literally Python coding, and my dad saw me that I'm doing this Python coding and this tech stuff. So he enrolled me, first he introduced me with programming languages like Python, HTML. But after all of that introduction happened, Python immediately caught my attention because its name was unique, and even I knew a bit about about that language, and it is very easy to use. So it immediately caught my attention, and then I told him that I'm interested in this particular language. So he made me do many such courses on that, and even I have done a diploma in data science, and maybe I've done a course in AI, ML, quarter coding, and a lot more. And currently I'm even pursuing a diploma in IoT. And even I'm currently learning about advanced version of Python, which is called as Mojo programming language. And this is how I've done various courses out of just of my passion. It is something that is since my birth.
All right. So now tell me, apart from all this coding, because you told me about the last thing I remember was Mojo, right?
Yeah, Mojo.
Okay, great.
It's a programming language.
But I'm not going to go anywhere near those languages. Let's talk about other languages.
Sure.
What are the languages you speak?
The languages that I speak are English, Hindi, Gujarati, and Sanskrit also, Marathi, and somewhat of Spanish, and some French, and I can speak, that's it basically.
That's amazing. So tell me a little bit about Sanskrit. How did you come to learn Sanskrit?
Because about Sanskrit, I was naturally passionate about it because I've heard it in many of our scriptures and all about Sanskrit language. So I was pretty fascinated about that, and then I did some course on that, and even in my school they teach me Sanskrit language as it is an optional language, though I opted for that. So in school also they teach me about Sanskrit.
Which are the scriptures you like to read?
Scriptures like basically Mahabharata and Ramayana, because I find them very meaningful and with deep insights. Basically.
That's beautiful. Can you tell me a little bit to help my audiences understand what are the insights that have really touched your life from the Mahabharata and Ramayana?
Insight like always just be practical and do your good deeds, and just don't imagine about the fruit, and fruit will automatically come when it is applicable. Like don't just think about the result and do your work. Be in the present basically. That is what the main key thing is, and if it is implemented, then there are no such problems that can be called as a failure for you. You then never can't be demotivated, so you never need motivation.
I think the whole world needs this kind of very practical and insightful, conversation. And that's what you're doing with me right now. Acha, do you watch movies?
Very less.
Really?
Only the movies like Avatar and all, like which are not just fiction and all that time waste kind of thing.
Okay. And how about Hindi movies?
Hindi movies I have seen like All Is Well and all kind of that.
Okay. And did you like it?
Yeah, it is good.
Okay. Do you like music?
Music, yeah, it is pretty good for. I even listen to it when I'm on my bedtime, like when I'm about to go to bed.
What kind
Before
of
that.
music do you listen to?
Kind of like some funk music.
Funk music, huh?
Funk, with just energetic. It is a very energetic kind of a music. Yeah.
And the regular boy Swayam, what is his routine? If he doesn't have to get up and do coding, what does he
Okay.
wake up and do?
But that's what I do, like wake up and do one of my kind of a brain yoga thing, which is for one of the skill that I can read blindfolded. It is like a brain yoga that we have to do to power up, to level up in that, like we can read more with distance and all. So like that all I wake up and do my brain yoga, and of course I can't escape from coding in my routine.
That's all right. That's great
Yeah.
because that's part of your life,
Yeah.
no?
So
But
the,
1 minute, tell me a little bit more about brain yoga. What exactly is brain yoga?
brain yoga is kind of a thing where we empower our brains with some exercises that are a bit different from the normal exercise. Like those are like we need to balance our body and mind, and we need to do some eyeball exercises also. We need to stretch them, and like basically it's a whole different thing where our brain needs some work, like control both hands at the same time and all. It is kind of hard for at the starting, but then it becomes easy. as
Can you
we time goes.
show me one exercise? Would you mind?
Yeah, why not? Okay, I can show you.
Yeah.
There is one. I'll show you this one. It is a good one, and it is also hard. So this one is like you have to draw a square from one hand and a circle from one hand simultaneously,
Oh, okay.
like that.
That's amazing.
Like here a square
Should I also
and
try that?
circle. It should be simultaneous.
Like this.
It is both square. There should be one square and one circle.
So basically, I need a lot of practice.
Yeah.
Will
very
it
much.
come with practice?
No. I actually do it every morning, so that's a kind of a routine thing.
Okay. And these things fire up your brain. What about breathing? Do you do any breathing exercises?
Breathing exercise, like just do normal breathing and sometimes some deep breath, and very rarely. Otherwise, I prefer normal rhythmic breathing.
Normal rhythmic breathing. Okay. And what is Swayam's first meal of the day? What do you like to eat?
First meal, maybe directly lunch. Like
No breakfast.
I don't need that. As I have to do that brain yoga, and even my mom many a times calls me, but I'm in coding, so I just say 5 minutes, and it extends till 2 hours, and even longer. But then I have to go for lunch.
And then you will have lunch as your first
Yeah.
meal. Okay. Very good. And what time are your classes?
Classes are like 1:30 to 5:30. It are school classes and homework also. That homework, assignments, projects, everything. So it takes up to 1 or 2 hours I dedicate for that after the classes. And then once it's sunset time, I get to like whatever I like. Like if I want to play with my friends or do some more coding or do anything else. Like at that time, I listen to my heart, like whatever I want to do in the evening.
Okay, great. And when you play with your friends, what do you play?
Like that hide and seek and
So
that
sweet.
all things.
Okay, good. Tell me, how did you get the doctorate?
Okay, so I see like many people must be raising their eyebrows that what is this, man? So basically, I'd like to clarify that this is an honorary doctorate that I got after many rounds of interviews. So the story behind this whole thing is that after I was with this idea and innovation, I participated in a stall namely SIA Times of India, where I was awarded with the stall number 1, and there many professionals noticed my work, and one of them was a part of that Niti and government organizations thing. So he noticed my work, came to my stall, inquired a bit, and talked to me. We had a conversation there about my knowledge. He just asked some questions about my knowledge. He checked my YouTube channel, Swam Soda Entertainment, their Swift series, where I have spoken on 22 futuristic technologies. So he was quite impressed with that. Then their organization called me for some rounds of interviews, which were held by Iconic Award Council and Niti and such organizations. Then they had many rounds of interviews with me, and then finally they decided to give me this honorary doctorate. So basically, I'd like to say that with hard work and smart work, you can achieve anything that you want.
God bless you, because this is a lesson that many people take lifetimes to learn, and you have already learnt it, and you're quoting it with such practical confidence that I'm really impressed and so
Thanks.
happy to listen to you talk this way.
For that.
So, what is your future?
Future, I imagine of advanced technologies like quantum computing and that Neuralink coming up, which are very interesting technologies, I'd like to say. And for our finance audience who are there, I'd like to explain a bit about these technologies. So basically, quantum computing is a technology which can do magics basically. So with quantum computing, it is a pretty amazing technology. It is like an advanced, super fast, or I don't have adjectives for that. It's such amazing, out of imagination kind of a supercomputer with which anything is possible. You can, there could be an example that you can just program a quantum computer and add it the programs in a chip kind of a thing, and attach it to a device with some ports and thing with some hardwares and all. And then if you keep it to one side in your office, and then it will automatically suck the carbon dioxide and release the fresh oxygen. That could be also possible with quantum computing, which currently seems impossible, but will be possible through quantum computing. So basically, it's an amazing technology. If you want to know in detail about it, you all can check out our YouTube channel for that.
So, tell them, what's the YouTube channel?
It is known as Swam Soda Entertainment, and I have spoken about such futuristic technologies in my series known as Swift 22. So do check it out.
Awesome. So, did you say Swam Soda Edutainment?
Edutainment, like a mix of education and entertainment.
What's the entertainment on the channel? I'll watch for that.
Entertainment, I have done a series like my Sam series, where I have spoken on interesting websites, and even I have done recently, last year itself, I did a series where I'm programming different interesting kinds of codes, and even this year I'm doing an animation series about moral values.
Wonderful. Tell me, do you play any instruments?
Instruments, I have a piano, and I like to play that whenever I'm feeling bored.
And are you trained?
No, not trained. I did a basic course on that, basically that do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do and all. Basically, I did a basic course on that and didn't deep dive much.
And do you want to?
If I am getting the knowledge, as I said, acquiring knowledge is one of my hobbies. So why not?
And you're just 6th standard, right? You're in 6th.
Yes.
Fantastic. Do your teachers like you a lot?
Yeah, they do.
Why do they like you? Because you score good marks?
No, not about marks, but I am very interactive in class, always willing to help my classmates when they need help, and always participating in activities and many such factors.
So you're not just good in class, you're also a good guy.
Yeah.
And so tell me about your friends. Do they also share the same passions
Which friends?
as you?
School or building?
Who's closer?
Building friends. So
So let's talk about your building friends.
they are in playing only. So yeah.
Only for playing?
Yeah.
Do they ever want to learn coding from you?
No.
They don't want to?
Yeah, rather they many a times try to make fun about that coding stuff also.
Why?
Because they just want to pass their time. That's why.
Okay. And what do they say when they try to make fun?
What is this coding and all, it can't do it, and many such roasts kind of a thing. Basically fun.
Does it affect you?
No, not at all. If one thing I like to say that if somebody doesn't like me laughing or doesn't like my smile, should I break my teeth for them? Not at all. I'll keep smiling. Let them say whatever they want. I'm indifferent.
Do you think that the education that you're going through in school
Mhm.
is more about by-hearting and less about understanding?
No, because in our school they say that you just have to understand the thing and you can write it in your own words, frame it in your own words, do it according to you. Just the concept should be clear.
Awesome. So tell me, you were saying something about your future technologies and the insights that
yeah.
you have about future technologies. What exactly can you break it down and make it simple for me? Because you know I don't understand much.
Okay, so future technologies, like there are multiple. Which one would you like to explore today?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't even know what the technologies of the future are. So let's say that you tell me any one, your favorite.
My favorite was quantum, that I already explained, and I guess
Huh.
I shouldn't repeat it, otherwise the audience will get bored. I know. So I won't repeat that.
Okay, next one.
Next one, which is AI, which I guess everybody knows these days. So what else? It's going to be something like
Okay, then okay. But these are all insights that you have
yeah.
about future technologies.
Yeah, actually, this AI and quantum are the main core, but Neuralink is also a good one, which is by Elon Musk, of course. I like it. I like that guy very much because he even developed that ChatGPT, DALI, and I'm a big fan of Elon Musk. And he has developed this Neuralink chip in which they implant that chip into your brain, and then with that you don't need any device. You have every information in your brain itself through that AI chip. So basically you don't need any kind of device. You have each and every information available directly into your brain. It is very awesome.
I'm sure if Elon Musk sees this video, he's going to become a fan of you.
Why?
Because you're just sounding so amazing. You're saying such wonderful things. You're talking like a little boy, but with a large old person's soul inside you because you understand so many life truths. And thankfully, we're not talking too much about coding. So I can understand what you're
Yeah.
saying as well. Correct? It's really nice. Now, these glasses that you're wearing are very interesting.
Yeah, these are itself one of the smart glasses. Like I can show you that here is a camera which like captures all the videos and all. It is a working camera, by the way. On this side there is a mic kind of a thing which captures the audios and all continuously. And then here's a button to activate it. This is basically one of the type of the UI which I'll explain later. First, let me explain this. So this has a SoC also inside this kind of glass, which of course looks unique because it has a SoC inside it. And here is a charging port to charge it. And as you can see, there are many screws in that to fix it. You can even sometimes see wirings from here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you designed this?
Yeah, we designed that and we got it manufactured through some other manufacturer.
Okay.
Like that 3D printing stuff and all.
But how did you come up with an idea like glasses?
Glasses, because yeah, there is a very tragic or funny incident behind it. That once I and my mom had to meet my dad somewhere on the roadside. So we had decided that we'll call each other and then decide it. So then we were in a hurry actually. We were running late for that. So I and my mom both forgot their phones at the home and left the house. And then when we were halfway, we realized that we have left our phones at home. It was a very hectic kind of a day. And then when we returned home, I thought that we never forget our wearables, like glasses and all. But we can always forget phones, which is detached. So why not to attach the phone with the glasses? So I took my grandmother's old featured phone and attached it to my smart glasses. It was basically like an origami craft for me. And then I attached some mirrors with which we can see it right here. And after that, I made a prototype which I presented in many of the exhibitions also, which currently I don't have it available. But for sure, someday, I've even uploaded videos with it on my YouTube channel. So you all can always check it out. And after all that evolutions of that models, finally this model is like a basic thing which is working.
So these are called wearables.
Yeah.
So isn't that the
Smartware,
name of
basically.
your, pardon?
Smartware.
Smartware. Okay. So is that the name of your company?
No, it is Amazon Smartware Technologies. That is the full name of my firm.
Fantastic. So are you saying that now it's eyewear,
Yeah.
but smartwear could mean anything?
Yeah, it could be a t-shirt, it could be a jacket, it could be a watch, it could be a glass, it could be even, smart t-shirts. It could be basically anything that is wearable. Like it could be even smart earrings, it could be smart bracelets, or it could be smart necklace. It could be basically anything. And because we can insert chips into anything, so anything is possible to come to life. Even this table, if we insert some hardware in that, it can come to life.
Okay, and that's the meaning of smartwear.
Yes, and basically not just we can't wear a table, but whatever we can wear and is smart, basically is a smartware.
And it's the power of technology that converts
Yes.
any ordinary wear into smartwear.
Yeah, it is basically the coding and the hardware. When they both fuse, they can do miracles.
Now tell us more about Swayam 10 years from now.
Alright, so me 10 years from now, it will be a whole different case because I'll be working with advanced technologies like quantum and all, which will be very fun for me personally. And even currently also I have programmed 2 qubits in quantum, and that itself was really fun. So imagine how fun it will be experiencing a whole new future where there will be hyperloops, there will be flying cars, there could be even smart homes in which as soon as we enter, everything turns on. A home could talk to us literally, and wouldn't it be so much fun? Like just imagine like even talking about the BFSI because it's a BFSI summit event. So I'd like to mention a bit about banking. So like imagine that you have worn a smart glass, my kind of Amazon smart glass basically, and you just walk into a mall, and then the smart glass is only telling you with the help of quantum that you may need extra cash for shopping and you have less balance in your bank account. So it will just offer you to provide the cash for a small fee. Isn't it amazing?
I think it should tell you don't shop. No. Oh, so you're saying that's how the technology will go into the future.
Yeah, even there could be many such advanced things that I could keep talking on and on and on.
Okay, that's great. Is part of all this that you're doing also the reason why you are teaching other people?
Yeah, I basically want to share my knowledge, which I have gathered as one of my hobbies. So I like to basically share things with people, and I also love to share my knowledge through my YouTube channel.
So you have classes on that as well?
Not the typical classes. It is basically videos which are on different kinds of topics, and even frequently I do some series. So that's what.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Now, in all these things that you're doing, I don't hear you talking about your next degree or what is it that you're going to do after your, 10th, 11th, 12th. Have you made any plans?
Yes, I have made plans that and my goal is clear because since I was young, I'm very fascinated about this word scientist. It has always attracted me. That's why I even did a diploma in data science. And I basically want to become a scientist in future. To be more specific, a computer scientist, where I program new like softwares, and I should even be good at hardware because without hardware, the software is kind of useless if it can't just attach into a single thing. And if it doesn't have hardware, then it's basically like a half thing.
Correct, yeah. The hardware and the software go hand in hand.
Yeah, it is like the mind and a heart. It should work together.
Tell me a little bit about your ESP and those kind of things.
Yeah. So ESP is a skill that I have because of which I even earned a world record because of the combo of my ESP skills and my doctorate in IT. So basically coming to ESP now. So ESP is a skill where I can read things blindfolded, and even there are many such skills in ESP which I have not learned as of now. But there are possibilities like if there is a huge tree standing in front of us, we can just look at it and break it.
Oh,
yeah,
you can do things like that.
Yeah, and even there's a very hard thing which is a very advanced layer that if this bottle is here. So just by thinking, we can get it to us. Like it will fly to us.
Oh, so that comes under ESP and not magic.
Yeah, it is not magic. Like it is a brain power that we give signals, strong signals to that object, and then it will come to us. Because mind is really powerful for such things, and that's why we are able to do things. And basically, this is with sensory, extra sensory perception. So, like reading blindfolded, like we have to gather data through all our senses, through our touch, feel, through our smell, through ears, and through our even our not with eyes, with our forehead. Like we have to keep it, and then we'll get a sensation of it, and then we can read, write, and do everything with blindfolded.
And would you be able to give us an example?
Sure, I'm always ready.
So what do I need to prepare for you for that?
You can give me any object that I don't know, and then you can ask me to read out of it.
All right, I'll give you my phone.
Sure.
Okay. Then let me show you an image.
Sure.
This is rotating.
Okay. Okay, so this is a picture of you with a background of a white colored bungalow, and you are wearing a white top kind of a thing, and you are with a person who is wearing a sports jersey.
Okay, it's almost correct. Yes, very good. And why did you smile when you smelt it?
Because it was kind of different, and that's what I was able to figure out, and then I used my different senses like touch, feel, and I gathered data, and then finally I came to this outcome.
You saw it? Did you see the photograph?
No, not
I'll
yet.
show you the photograph.
I saw it when my eyes were closed.
Yeah.
Oh, this was it.
Yeah.
Actually, the image had similar kind of a image had came into my mind.
Yeah. And you're right. Like it looks like a blue sports jersey, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. So nice. That's my son.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So good. That is really amazing and very impressive. So you did a course in this?
Yeah. There are
Okay.
specialized course for this.
And it's an online course or
No, physical. This has to be physical.
Okay. And then they teach you how to work with all your senses.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. So how does ESP help you, or how will it help you in your regular work?
Regular work, that it helps to increase focus and concentration. As while doing this, we have to focus on that basically, to command our senses that tell me that what is this thing. Come on. So that's why we need to stay focused and concentrated for this, and that's what it teaches, that we need to be focused and concentrated, and that's how it can help me in my day-to-day life.
Tell me about what Swayam as a person would like to advise to other 6th standard students.
Okay, to other 6th standard students, will they be even seeing this video?
They may, we never know.
Okay,
Or maybe parents can see it
sure.
and they will share it with their students, with their children.
Okay, so my advice to them would be that you should rather focus on understanding the concepts rather than by hearting everything. So
Okay.
just make sure that.
Now, what's your advice to the parents of 6th standard students?
Parents, don't force your children to get more marks. That come on, you got to be top. Let them study at their own pace. Let them be focused in their own way. Support them in their distinct forte. If somebody is interested in art, but you are pushing him into science, and he of course won't be able to do science. And if whatever he is interested in, let him do that.
Wonderful. Now tell me, if your dream is to pursue a life in coding,
Yes.
or a future
Yeah.
in coding, what would be your nightmare?
Nightmare will be a bad computer.
A bad computer.
Yeah.
Okay, I never thought of that actually. I thought of
Because
many other
without
things.
it is not possible.
Correct.
It is
Yeah.
a hardcore thing that is required.
So it's a bad computer that would be your nightmare.
Yeah, or even no computer will be a nightmare.
Okay.
So I
And-
can manage with the mobile also. If I need to pursue my passion, I can do anything for that. But yet, if there's a good computer, it is always better.
And does the same Swayam also do any gaming?
Gaming, no. My friends do that, but I'm not that much keen into that.
Because
Because I'm interested in making games and not playing games.
that's a wonderful
Yeah.
way of looking at it. Yeah. Have you made any games?
Yeah, I made a Flappy Bird kind of a game last year itself.
Okay. And
And I even uploaded it on my YouTube channel.
wonderful. So you can even create games.
Yeah, it is very easy with Pygames library, especially in Python.
Okay, so there we go again, that word. We started this interview with that word and now we'll end it with that word as
Sure.
well. What would have happened to Swayam Soda if his father had not introduced him to Python at the age of 4?
Then I'll just pursue by myself, and I might be at a bit lower level right now, but for sure I'll catch up in that.
So you're sure
Because
that
it was a natural passion to me.
wonderful, Swayam. I think the most beautiful part of this interview and the best and most beautiful message that you're giving out, which is that whatever comes naturally to you, whether it's today or tomorrow,
Yeah,
it will catch up with you.
sure.
Wonderful. May the Almighty bless you, Swayam, with a lot of good health. And may you always have the grace to be able to share your knowledge
Thank
with
you very
others
much.
and to be a source of pride for your parents, for your community, and for your country. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Swayam.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And there you have it. This wonderful little child from whose mouth we heard really large thoughts. And so it's not just about coding, it's about life. It's not just about gaming, it's about making games. And it's not just about liking activities, it's also about creating activities that for Swayam is actually his way of life and his chosen path. I reiterate, may God bless Dr. Swayam Soda in all his future endeavors, and we will always be fans of this little master. God bless. Thank you.